That's a-okay. Hey, look, a new vehicle. And I can't be staying up too late tonight anyway, because I gotta be up at a decent hour tomorrow to do some dog sitting for the neighbor's foster doggo, who I actually posted a couple pictures in the Discord here earlier today. Let's see here. This here. Gonna be doing a little bit of dog sitting here tomorrow. So, I can't exactly be up all night because of that. It's already getting a little bit late, but I'll do like the knockout tour stuff and maybe a little bit of free roam. But then I gotta go dog sit the little pupper. Is what I better do here. So yeah, that'll be fun. We'll take my laptop over there and, you know, work on cutting up this stream into parts and stuff. But, you know, spend a lot of time just like playing with the pupper. That's what I'll do. Yeah, look at that Wario there. My goodness. Here, I'm gonna regret it, but whatever. Here, keep on unlocking some new costumes and stuff. Junkyard Hog. Pipeline moving, sure. Behind Twitcher open lobbies when they pop up, fair enough there. Peak Wario costume, honestly. Alright, Cloud Rally time. Let's see it. I had a dog in a while, but my family got a cat last week. Okay. Are you more of a dog person or a cat person? I haven't had a dog for a decent while now. You know, I was kind of ready for a new doggy for a little while, and then, I kind of got used to life without a doggy, which, you know, it's easier, but it's not necessarily better. And then, and nowadays it's like I'm ready, but, you know, I'm still job hunting here. I'm still turning in resumes all over the place, and, I think I want to, like, get a job secured first before I adopt a doggy so I know what, like, my schedule is looking like and what kind of support I can provide. Like, I want to be responsible like that. Oh, we start on, like, 2 different halves? What? That's cool. More dog, but I don't mind either. Fair enough there. I just selected the new thing. I got freaking treads on this. What? Would there still be, like, a speed boost associated with the... Oh, so that's what they did with the dress there. I didn't even think about that until, until we got flown backwards. Anyway. I want to get my schedule figured out with, like, whatever job I get settled into. So I know what my schedule looks like, and then, can provide support accordingly and stuff like. Lost, like, 3 jobs this year without any reason, so I feel you there. Oh, jeez. Still doing college, so not doing nothing. Well, that's good at least there. I just wrapped up college last year. Just graduated there myself. And I was working at the, university that I took school at, but that ran out of hours a while back. Being officially laid off was late last month. Gosh dang it. So, you know, just like 10, 11 days ago here is when I was on paper out of a job, is the case. Airship Fortress remix, this game is peak. There's so many cool remixes in this. It's awesome. But I haven't had any hours for a while, so I've basically been out of it for longer than that. Get out of here while... Oh my god. Darn you. I save a lot of money, so I'll be fine, but I want to find a job for at least a summer. Yeah. Like, in terms of savings for myself, like, I'm in a position where I'm pretty alright as well, but, like... I want to start saving up for a down payment on a house. Figuring out the next stage of life and stuff like that. Extremely, extremely grateful to my parents for letting me stay at home through my university years. And my, span now with job hunting and presumably letting me save up, grind out those funds while, staying here for a little while. And then one day I'll probably move into my Oma's current place. Which is a nice neighborhood, I wouldn't mind moving in there. Lots of garden space, so I quite like that. But, there would need to be a lot of work done to the place, like redoing the entire electrical kind of stuff there. Because, I mean, for very basic appliances and stuff that's currently in there, it's fine. But for stuff like what I run here, yeah, that would break immediately. I'd be having way too much draw, and the electricity would need to be redone. Would probably need to, insulate the garage and do a bunch of work there and stuff. It would definitely be a bit of a fixer-upper kind of place, which would take even more monies. So, like, I gotta get work. I gotta start, you know, grinding out those monies and stuff and saving up because monies is important here. And I'm gonna need it for these long-term commitment kind of things. Here, for the sake of the costume and all that, to get those grind out and unlocked. Yeah, the housing market is definitely really tough right now. Which is why I'm... Oh, gosh dang it, man. Which is why I'm really grateful to have, like, a place where it's like, yep, that's the place that I can take over one day. Like, of course, I'm still gonna have to, you know, buy the place, invest into it, and stuff like that. My, it is possible that my family might be willing to cut me a little bit of a deal. So, like, with this crappy housing market, I actually, you know, see a future in which I own a home, and a home that I would like to own, which is really nice there. And my grandparents had 3 kids, and my Oma and Opa there. It is possible that my mom, aunt, and uncle, maybe they would cut me a deal. Maybe if I ask really nicely. Or maybe work something out where it's like, hey, instead of paying back the bank, can I pay back you guys instead? Are you cool with that? Oh, imagine if I got that snipe. And then, like, less interest to pay or something like that. If they're willing to do it, I don't know. Like, these talks haven't really happened yet since, like, you know, gotta get a job to save up and actually consider moving in there first. But one day, them talks will happen, and, could you go up something like this? Oh, interesting. Vacation. Oh, my. So, you know, maybe. Mom did a car I've had paid off for about a year now. Nice. Yeah, so it's nice to have, oh my god, that kind of family support where you can get it. And all that. I'm very, very grateful to have a family that I can be relying on. Like I just said, like, extremely, extremely grateful to my parents for letting me continue to stay here while job hunting and presumably having a job for a while and saving up those monies and stuff. Should be pretty good, I hope there. But then when I submit my paperwork for some licenses and permits that the current LA rights don't affect the time of me going to work my dream job. Yeah, that would be good there. So you have like job lined up here and stuff already? Your dream job there? Yeah, probably won't move out for another couple of years. Yeah, might be something like that. Similarly for me as well. Arrow is what might well be the case. But yeah, not having rent to pay helps, but still got my phone and car bills. Yeah, that's fair enough there. I've definitely got a decent few bills to manage and stuff like that. But yeah, 2004 car, but I got it at 92,000 miles. At first, 92,000 at a good price. I was like, wait a second. 92,000 is a pretty expensive vehicle. Like, wow. Got a really fancy car there. Oh my god. Imagine. Yeah, my car's a 2005. And I quite like mine. Gets me from point A to point B well. The climate control in it isn't super great. I've been meaning to get a new vehicle one of these days. Well, new to me, not a new vehicle. Like, new just seems like a waste of money in my opinion. When I can get something so much cheaper. And I kind of want to see about getting a vehicle here before, you know, the whole Trump tariff situation ends up destroying the whole vehicle market. Because the price of new vehicles is going to go up, and consequently the price of used vehicles is going to go up. So, like, I've been meaning to get a new vehicle to me for a while. Screw it, just do that, like some sort of crackhead. Like, I want to get something that's all-wheel drive for winter time here. As is, oh my god, I almost pranked myself there. Like, I've only got two-wheel drive on my 2005 Pontiac Vibe. Which is fine in the summertime, but in the winter here with, like, the super cold Canadian winters, I do a lot of slipping and sliding. And every fall, like, early winter, late fall, I pile sandbags into the back of my car to help weigh it down because it's so light to get more grip on the ice. So, you know, I could do something, with something that has a little bit better traction, all-wheel drive to support me long-term. Be nice to get something with, like, heated seats. Maybe something that has, like, Bluetooth that connects to my phone. So currently I just put my phone in my cup holder and play music out of my phone speakers. So, yeah, something that has those 3 features. Oh, and probably, like, a hatchback for lots of space for, like, going to events like Fragapalooza, because my current car's a hatchback. So, like, wow. Want something that's all-wheel drive, heated seats, Bluetooth, and hatchback. And then just something that's nice within that range, like fuel efficient, if at all possible. That's kind of what I'm looking for. And I always figured, like, I'll do it at some point. It's not that important. And I just kind of kept putting it off, because, like, I'm content with my car. I do like it. I figure when I do replace my car, I'm not actually going to sell my car. I'll keep it in the family, because, like, it's still a great vehicle. It is about, like, one of the most fuel efficient vehicles you can ever find. It can be the starter vehicle for one of my cousin's kids one day, is what it can be. Serve them well, sell to them for like a deal of a price. Wah! So, I'm gonna still hold on to my car. But, I want to get a new car there. My parents did say that they were willing to chip in a significant contribution to it as like a bit of a graduation present. So I've been browsing around different vehicles here and there as well. Like, the main thing that I'm trying to find first and foremost is job. Second most and foremost is a new vehicle. And then third most foremost, doggy to adopt. But I want to figure out the whole job and car thing first. And, ooh, I have my super horn here. The doggo that I'm dog sitting tomorrow is a foster. I could, in theory, adopt her, but yeah, I want to get this other stuff established first. She does seem really cute. I met her for the first time earlier today. So adorable. Here, grab the double items because sure. Do that, why not? So, a bunch of stuff that I want to get sorted out in life here. So, here, let's try this at least. I'm not going for the... Screw it, I am. I'm an absolute maniac. Do you need a mushroom or something? Probably need a mushroom or something. I've seen people do some crazy stuff there. It's so cool to watch. Oh my god. Oh, I just barely made that. Woo! Come on. So yeah, I got lots of stuff with life to... No! Why would you do that? Oh, you dropped me like in the air. Lots of stuff with life to figure out at this point. But yeah. I had to get the oil line fixed recently, so that cost a lot, I imagine. So otherwise, no issues. That's good. Probably some early 2010s model that have all that, probably. Yeah, I definitely do not need, like, the newest possible thing. I'm willing to get something, like, around there. If I get all those things, I'm very happy. Plan to work in Cupertino, the town where Apple Inc. is headquartered in, because it's close to me, and fixing up electrical systems in a tech startup town seems really profitable to me. Think smarter, not harder. Yeah, that could be a good way to start out there. Been focusing on Smash this summer since it'll probably be the last summer before I start looking into moving out. Yeah, the last chance to have, like, a bunch of free time there. Yeah, shroom at 150cc. Well, it's 150cc. Like, it looked like I could probably get it with the shroom, but yeah. Summer classes next week, fair enough there. Yeah, I remember doing a few summer courses here and there. Not too often, but I did them sometimes. Yeah, my bronze trophy there. But yeah, some stuff to sort out there. And I mean, you know, I try to not have that much in the way of, like, you know, crazy expenses in the meanwhile. Save for, like, two things. One, this channel, what with, like, you know, stuff like this and the games that I get. But I have a separate account where I keep all the revenue from, like, this Twitch and YouTube channel. And I have that be the thing that pays for, like, any new equipment and games at whatever point. And yeah, that's what paid for this. Like, I went to GameStop. I bought this game. I bought the standard Switch. I bought the Pro controller. I bought a screen protector. I paid nearly $1,000 Canadian. It's like, whew, that is the most I've paid for this channel since a major PC upgrade. But, like, at least that gets covered that way, where I can argue, like, hey, me playing video games and talking about video games is what pays for me getting more video games and stuff. That's what helps me keep on getting stuff to keep on having, like, content to do on this channel, so that's cool at least. But the other big expense thing in my life currently, like, I'm not someone that really seeks out, you know, super crazy luxuries or anything like that. But the one thing that does take a whole lot of money is, you know, my other vehicle. So, I mean, I have, like, my car, that's my standard point A to point B thing. And then there's my project vehicle, which, my god, this is added up. I just had her at the, first car show of the year this past weekend, so this was just a few days ago. And there was very limited spaces with the show here. It was just in a parking lot by a candy store. All sorts of cool, shiny vehicles. This guy came a little bit late like me and had to park on the side here. There's me just over there. I don't know whose trailer this is. People had to get creative. I've chatted with this guy at a decent few shows. He's fun to chat to. There's my truck over there. You know, they kind of took up the main space, and then the main space was done for, so I just kind of had to park over here next to, like, a normal vehicle and some random trailer. I was just over here on my own. So, that is probably my biggest non-channel money sink. So, like, my channel can be a bit of a money sink, but, like, you know, it pays for itself at least there. The truck does not pay for itself. I won a $200 Visa card at a show once, so, like, that was nice. But yeah, that is my for fun thing of, like, preserving history and having a cool vehicle, but, you know, that is my biggest money sink there nowadays. So, yeah. Is it the smartest thing to be investing so much into that when, you know, I need to be saving up for, like, down payment on a house and all that? I don't know. But at least it's at the point where it's roadworthy right now, and if I ever, like, it's pretty mechanically sound now, so if I want to do other, like, expensive stuff, like, aesthetically, then I could always just do that down the line. Like, my goal was just to make it mechanically sound first and foremost, and then, like, the aesthetic stuff, I can just do it whenever I feel like it / have the money for it. Like, no rush there. Stuff that I was rushing was mechanical, and that's almost done. I've got a little bit of an oil leak that I'm sorting out, so I've been topping it up from time to time, but it's mostly mechanically sound now, at least. Like, I'm driving it around, like, at least twice a week. I take it to my Taekwondo classes. Fun to take around and stuff. I played you once before. I don't have any costumes for you. Let's play Bowser Jr. or something. So yeah, that, you know, maybe that's not the most responsible thing, but I like it. That's my passion project right there, is, Wario's premium scrap, sure. But yeah. Is the J-Slur banned here? Is it illegal to say job? Oh god, I better time you up for 10 minutes again here. I tried just the standard battle mode. I haven't tried coin runners yet, and I haven't showcased all the maps in the battle mode yet. I'll probably do a whole bunch of that too when I have people that I'm playing locally with and stuff. Been wanting to do content again, but my drive for it just isn't there anymore, so I don't force it. Yeah, you don't want to be forcing it. I very much get that feel there at times. There are times where, you know, I start doing like a playthrough and I feel obligated to see it through because I always finish what I start here, but, you know, maybe the motivation might not always be there. Or there are some games I've kind of driven myself up the wall with, where games that are really hard, like, for example, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, when I was doing a playthrough of that when it came out last year. And a lesson that I've learned in my handling of Elden Ring Night Rain now is I basically saw it as like a start and finish. Like, these are all the things I want to do. I want to kill all the bosses, and then it's done. So every time I would fail and keep on trying at a boss for hours and hours, it'd feel like it was taking away from time that I could commit to, like, other channel stuff. Where it's like, if I beat this game 5 hours sooner than I would otherwise, then that's 5 hours that can go into, like, another project on this channel or anything else. And it feels like it's holding me back. And so I wasn't playing for fun anymore. I was playing for, like, an obligation to finish the things that I started. And, oh, well, I suck there. So I had to step away from Shadow of the Erdtree and just genuinely come back to it when I was coming back genuinely just to play for fun. Because that's the way you gotta play those games, is for fun. Not because of, like, some obligation to do it. But that is still a problem that I have with a lot of games, is, like, feeling like it's an obligation to get through, like, X amount. Even if I'm not having as much fun with it anymore. And I gotta, like, strike a delicate balance here about, how I handle that. And make sure that, you know, I'm, still having enjoyment myself doing it because I genuinely enjoy it, and not because I feel like, hey, this is what I gotta do and then I'm good, you know? So now that Elden Ring Night Rain is out and I've started playing that, I have very much adopted the mentality of like, hey, maybe I'll get through the stuff I want to get through here eventually. I'm not rushing this. I'm just gonna play this when I have opportunity to play with, like, family and friends and stuff like that, since it's a multiplayer game. Like, I'm not gonna be bum rushing it on my own time. I'm not gonna be stressing if I fail attempts. Like, I would like to do all the main expeditions and that, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. And, you know, feeling less chained to that. Start playing more games for fun and less for some warped obligation that I have here. I suck at aiming, apparently. I think when Sonic Crossworlds comes out, I might do it again. I love the beta, want to play competitive on full release. Fair enough there. Let's just dip the rotating one. I'm probably going to get a single coin now. Watch. I friggin' knew it. I should have just held on to that thing. This is what I probably should have done. Okay. Whee! I'm going to sneeze here. I've got pants now. Bowser Jr. finally covered up here. Okay. Whoa, that didn't work as well as I hoped it would. That's fine. Oh, we're going right here. Oh, you can go up that way. Get out of here, Dad. You're not my dad. I guess you are, but, like, whatever. Okay. Whoa, the dolphin's closing in on me here. If you're gonna time me out 30 seconds, might as well say the most vile thing than job application. There's no mods here. I can't time out while I'm playing, unless I pause and I don't feel like doing that. Look at all the patches on the back here. Yeah, I unfortunately can't just be like, mods, seize him. Time out immediately. Nom 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 nom. Biker Jr. Well, good thing there's items immediately coming up here again. But yeah. Whee! This away we go. Big spins, see if I care. There's no way that you can trick off of, like, a thwomp, can you? Okay, that would be so crazy, though. Imagine. No, my thing! Okay, it's fine. There's the double items, so something's guaranteed to be a shield. So it's A-okay. Something like that? I don't know. So cool, the things that you can do in this game. Alright, I've got a decent lead here now. Trick off any surface when airborne. It's crazy. Yeah, this game is nuts. I'm really quite liking it. Part of me, like, when I first saw the trailers for this game and stuff like that, and first started playing... Well, I first saw the trailers. I didn't really think about it that much. I needed to start playing it to realize, oh yeah, the anti-gravity is, like, well and truly gone. Like, that was a Mario 8 exclusive mechanic. We're not going, like, upside down anymore. But with, like, the surfaces that you can drive on, like, it's still alive in that essence and so much cooler. Where it's, like, now it's not that your vehicle changes and gives you anti-gravity. Now it's your skill and crazy tricking stuff that lets you do just nutty things. I think the costumes are so freaking cool. Glad they added it to the game. So am I. I do just wish they handled the selection for it a bit better. I really, really wish it was just like select the character first and then select the costume. Okay. Here, another outfit there. Or something or other. Glug, glug, glug. Sugary drinks. That, or at least just have like the sorted thing be default. Like, I get then you get to see everything at face value. You don't have to click a character and then browse for what you want. You can just see them all straight up. So maybe that's what they were going for. And like, if so, like, hey, I get that. But just have like the sort thing be default. Instead of like the weird list thing. Like, when I'm doing tournaments at Fragapalooza, I'm gonna have to tell people like, hey, hit X sort and then it'll be a bit easier to see. Like, why would you ever want like the default ordering? Why does the default ordering look like it was designed by a raccoon on meth? Like, I don't understand. So that's what I kind of wish there. Or substance over style with the costume and stuff. Yeah, I do quite like them myself. Whee! Like I mentioned there. Whoa. Here. And then, like, do a smidge of this. Like that. The music's so dang cool. But yeah, maybe when they add DLC, new costumes. That'd be interesting to see. I can see what new costumes they potentially come up with here. But yeah, the order. What the heck? The sword order is not half bad. Well, why isn't that the default? Because when people are going to be playing casually like a frag, they're not going to be sorting by default there. Alright, Mario Circuit time. Oh, crap. Give me my munchies. Okay. Nom nom nom. Maybe that wasn't the best place to turn. It's fine. Pro Racer. Okay. But yeah, the way more characters than ever before, plus a whole bunch of costumes for each existing character. Like, gives you so much more options to play as. It'd be cool to see, like, more crossover stuff like 8 had with, like, Link and Inklings and the Animal Crossing villagers and stuff like that. Definitely wouldn't mind seeing that again, so that's something that 8 has over this game so far. Maybe in the future. I do wish that, like, the other non-standard characters, so, like, all the different creatures that you can play as, actually felt like they were more grabbing onto the wheel. Like, all the standard characters, like Bowser Jr., Mario, Luigi, like, Peach, Daisy, all those kinds of characters and stuff, are grabbing the wheel and doing normal stuff. But, like, you know, have Goomba bite the wheel, or the crab, like, you know, claw the wheel, or something like that, you know? Oh, Kamek got all these cows to appear, so Kamek does do some other stuff, I gotcha. Have it feel like they're actually, you know, directly karting, and not just sitting in a cart that's, like, remote controlled, taking them along on a journey. Because when they're not actually interacting with the card in any way and they just feel inserted, it feels kind of like somebody designed a mod and it wasn't like the official product. Like somebody just made a mod like inserting that character to sit in the cart. Because really all that they're doing is sitting in the cart. So I do wish that there was more of the creatures grabbing wheels and making them feel more like, you know, they're actually karting. That's my one complaint with like the bazillion characters. But, you know, the whole bazillion characters is kind of cool. Like, there's so many friggin' Mario creatures that you can play as. It's insane. But yeah, I hope they wait on adding DLC for a bit. I feel like I've barely explored this game. Yeah, I kind of hope that they hold off for a bit as well. Where it's like, I feel like this game could definitely use some more courses. Again, I know there's a lot of variety when you consider all the different paths that you can take and all that. But it would still be nice to see like some more courses here. And, you know, be interesting to see what kind of characters they add after all of what happened with Mario Kart 8. But, yeah, I think people are gonna need some time to really, truly master this game, considering the whole skill ceiling with it being insane. Oh, I could have grabbed I still can. I guess I could have held on to that shield. Just in case I unlock some new costume here. May as well. Nom 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 nom. Oh, no, it's the same thing. Darn. Alright. I might actually get 3 stars with this one. Might well be the case. Add Big Blue again. Hell yeah! I'd love to see something like that. You know? If they did still want to have it be interconnected, I wonder how it would work. Would they add just little islands on the outsides of this main big island that these courses are connected to? And there's like different bridges that the existing courses can like go over to the new ones or something? That'd be kind of cool. Or maybe if they add just this many courses again and like a big DLC all at once, then maybe it's its own separate island and they're interconnected, but not necessarily interconnected to like the base game courses. Maybe they do something like that. I don't know. Also, thinking about this game here on like the Switch 2, when I was going into the Taekwondo dojang, like for training here not too long ago, I saw that on the counter that they had a Switch 2 and they were using it as like a promotion kind of giveaway thing or Bob. I was talking about it with the instructor afterwards and he was saying like, yeah, they just had them in stock at GameStop, the same one that I went to like 12 hours early there. And my cousin had told me something similar as well, where it's like his friend had just gone in and picked one up. Like, they had extras in stock. It was interesting to see. Much different than Switch 1 launch here. And, but as I was going in there was another classmate that probably in like late junior high or high school or something like that, that was saying like, oh, the Switch 2? Gross, what a scam. And so I asked him, what makes you say that? And, one of the things that he said to me was like the whole, like, terms of service with the console where it's like you don't truly own it, which, you know, sucks, but it's not exactly like it's that the ordinary when it comes to consoles, and I mentioned that. And then he had said like, and the games aren't even on the cartridges, and I was like, oh my god. You know, that's one of the false things that got spread around like wildfire for whatever reason, where if anybody actually read the game keycard page, you would see that's clearly not the case, but everyone just rode with that for whatever reason. So he was convinced that the games weren't actually on the cartridges, and I said, that's not true. Like, that's one of those lies that got like really spread around. So he was kind of pressing me on that, like, wait, how'd that even get like spread around then if that's not the case? Wait, are the games actually on the cartridges? It's like, yeah, it's just like some third-party stuff that you know, has the option to go onto game key cards. And the only ones that I know of right now that are for sure on game key cards are Bravely Default, Cyberpunk, and I believe the Street Fighter game, if memory serves, are the ones that are currently on game key cards.